Now at 5:30, police investigate a series of car burglaries in one community, what they are saying about the investigation, and how you can protect yourself. Plus, a well-known nonprofit that supports thousands of Mainers is growing to provide more mental health services. We'll explain. And the state of Maine is changing its process for who is overseeing mobile home parks and their role in regulating them. We'll explain. News Center Maine at 5:30 starts now. Good evening and thanks for joining us this Monday for News Center Maine at 5:30. I'm Chris Costa. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first, let's get a look at the forecast. Meteorologist Alan Holt out on the weather deck after a bit of a dreary start to the day, Alan, and a lot of communities still dealing with some rain tonight.
Yeah, you know the song Stormy Monday, I think today, blues song, of course, coming, it's true. It's been a rainy, damp day. The thunder has mainly been in the north or mountains or to our west. There are some showers and storms rolling through the state right now, and they will continue to work west to east with a cold front. Check out the totals: over 2 inches in Freiburg, almost 3 in Laconia, over an inch in Portland, and more to come. As we look at the radar, this front going to be working through. There's a line of showers and thunderstorms along it. The strongest stuff is north of Greenville, moving toward the Allagash and Aroostook County. Likely to see one more pop of rain in the Portland area around the first half of the 6 o'clock hour. And then the rain chances trend down from west to east overnight. It's still very humid out. Dew points are right up near 70 for many. As this front works through, the dew point will come down. Tomorrow's going to feel much better. It'll feel refreshing out in the morning. And highs tomorrow, Chris, they're going to top out in the middle 80s under lots of sunshine with way lower humidity. I think Tuesday, the nicest of the week this time around.
All right, the early call from the man himself. Thanks so much, Alan.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon. Our top story this half hour: Maine State Police say a woman from Ellsworth was killed in a 3-car crash last night in Hancock County. Police say it happened at the intersection of Route 1 and Old Route 1 in Gouldsboro. Investigators believe a driver did not stop at a sign and hit a car that was going on Route 1. They say that car then spun out into the other lane of traffic and was hit a second time by a different vehicle. Troopers say Heather Allen was pronounced dead at the scene. They say a passenger and the 2 other drivers were all taken to the hospital with minor injuries. We first told you about a string of overnight car break-ins in Brewer over the weekend. Now, police are sharing new details about their investigation as they search for who's responsible. News Center Maine's Akua Deval has the latest from police and neighbors on why they say this is all a reminder to take extra precautions.
Brewer police say the string of burglaries happened here along Chamberlain and Bremer Street Friday and Saturday.
When I came home, my girlfriend said that the police officers were going door to door.
A weekend of overnight car break-ins has some Brewer neighbors paying a little closer attention.
Let's just make sure we're doing everything we're supposed to do and lock our doors. And I mean, people can still break in if they really want to.
They call it car shopping. So it's something that happens on a regular basis, unfortunately.
Brewer Police Captain Zachary Karen says that kind of car shopping tends to become more common during summer months, and that taking simple steps can make all the difference.
So simply taking that extra second every night before you go to bed and making sure your vehicle's locked. That being said, also keeping your valuables out of your vehicle or at the very least hidden from plain view.
Karen says at least 3 vehicles were targeted over the weekend, though police believe there could be other victims who haven't contacted law enforcement.
We urge, even if nothing was taken, if someone has gone through your car, to call us because it helps us with developing a timeline.
While police continue their investigation, neighbors say the incidents are a good reminder to take those extra precautions.
Don't leave them unlocked, and that's very important always.
I hope that, that they resolve it and appropriate actions taken, and we all live a little safer.
If your vehicle was broken into or your cameras caught suspicious activity, police are asking you to contact the department. In Brewer, Akua Deval, News Center, Maine.
Carrabassett Valley Veterinary Services is back open after a fire there last month. The veterinary service is operating in a temporary space, but staff say they're happy to be seeing patients again. Right now, though, there is no waiting room. The staff say they're trying to schedule appointments and fill medications as fast as they can. The Kingfield Fire Department says 2 cats died in the fire at the facility last month, but that they were in an apartment on the back side of the building. Investigators have not yet said what caused that fire. Building boats in Maine has been part of the state's maritime tradition for centuries, but the future for one decades-old institution is now in question. Today, leadership at the Landing School of Boat Building and Design announced that they are ceasing academic programs for the upcoming school year. The school has been running in the town of Arundel for nearly 50 years. School leaders had been pursuing an acquisition, but the trustees said that no longer seems like a viable option. The school plans to fully refund deposits and will consider reimbursement requests for certain expenses. Incoming students will be contacted for some further guidance. The board has not made a decision as to whether or not the school is closing. Hannaford is voluntarily recalling some ground beef sold at its store in Farmington. Representatives from Hannaford say that beef was likely purchased this past Saturday with a sell-by date of August 2nd, which was yesterday, Sunday. Staff say that ground beef may contain foreign material, but they did not share any further details. They say if you have this product, you can return it to the store for a full refund. Again, this recall only applies to ground beef sold at the Farmington location. Health officials are warning about a rare tick-borne illness called tularemia, also known as rabbit fever. The disease is spread through ticks who bite a sick rabbit and then spread it to people. Doctors say the illness can cause high fevers and extreme fatigue, and about 200 cases of this disease are confirmed every year. According to the Maine CDC, the state had 2 cases in 2025. Experts say the symptoms of tularemia are much more serious than common tick-borne illnesses like Lyme.
You have a headache, your muscles hurt, your joints hurt, you're miserable, and you are often in the emergency room. This is not the kind of illness that you're at home going, well, I feel a little unwell.
Tularemia is treatable with antibiotics, but because it's so rare, doctors say the key is knowing what to look for. If you think you've been bitten by a tick and that bite develops into an open sore or wound, call your doctor.